So how far can we go? Oh, they can go over there. That's good. So I think you're right. How did you know, Heartnapper? That's amazing. I can put scavengers over here. They're gonna start hauling in the ruins. We can use the ruins to eventually create a machine that allows us to make dynamite. And then we can blow up things. Yeah, dry beaver is a bit sad. But look, we're showering again. That's good. Lowko give Chatgar a holiday? No, no, no. He gets 18-hour workdays now rather than 16 that he's been doing for the majority of his life. 18 hours now, dude. Sounds like a promotion. Don't know if it is, though. Don't think so, actually. He's been doing so well, he gets to work more. Exactly. Think of it as a promotion. He used to be a baker, now he's the manager of the bakery. Granted, there's only one person working there, but hey. Did not come with a pay raise, in case you're wondering. That is not relevant. More responsibility, but no pay raise. A classic. It's a learning opportunity, yeah. He now gets to make bread, which, you know, he already knew how to do, but somehow we got him to do more. Okay, so we need more workers. I will give you more workers. Someone needs to start working over here. Okay. So there should be water flowing again now. This is all looking pretty good. A little bit of a flood now, but that's okay. Don't worry about that one. These beavers are never happy, eh? One moment they're complaining that there's not enough water. Then the next one they're saying there's too much of it. Like, what do they want me to do? How is that? First off, what is that? How is that my fault? Why is that my problem? Where's the second source? So there's a source coming from all the way up there. I'm gonna have to get a... Nah, we'll sort that out later, I guess. Gonna have to get an industrial district somewhere. I don't know where we're gonna put that. Maybe up here, actually. It's probably easier to, like, move trees and all that down towards the low ground instead. They can go quite far. I could put a forester over here. How far can you guys go? Okay, so this is the, like, the maximum distance they can go. Problem is, if I put a forester down here and I fill this all up with trees, the, water obviously is going to move away, right? I'd have to somehow, some way get more water in this area as well. It's a bit of an issue. Anyway, that'll be a problem for future Lowko. Future Lowko is going to fix that easy. Yeah, I can make dams there too. That's what we're going to have to do. How much metal do I have, guys? Does it show up anywhere? 23 scrap metal. Very nice. Okay. So the scrap metal can be smelted into, I don't know, metal, I guess. I don't really know where I'm going to put it. That's not going to work like that. Problem is, I once again will need to get a road over here. And how do I get a road over there? Yeah, we don't have enough space for anything. I mean, to be fair, I've just, you know, secured a different piece of land, and I could just run a... Rather than putting all these structures together, I could just, yeah, put it over there. That would do. So this takes 200 horsepower. How much does one of these generate? 146. So I need like 2 of those windmills, I guess. We can make a better area for that sort of thing later. It's going pretty well, Drone Rush. What about the big boy windmills? Ooh, they do 400. Costs a little bit of paper and some gear, but I have both of those things. Oh, I don't have enough science points, though. How much does it cost? 1,400. Okay, fine. We'll run 2 small ones instead. This is going to be from metal refining. Maybe I could do it over here instead. Is that possible? How far can you guys go? That might actually not be a bad idea. Get some storage over here as well. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'll put my scavenger, or sorry, my smelter over here. And then we can put our power generation over here too. There we go. That's not really necessary. I know they're gonna get stuck, so this will do. And I should put some storage over here as well. For... How many planks do I have? No, not that many. These are still useful. There you go. And then these are gonna be storing... Can I somehow disable all? Yeah. None. And the only thing I want stored over here is scrap metal. Where's the scrap metal? Scrap metal. Can I copy the recipe for this particular thing? I guess it doesn't really matter. I can click it. There you go. So scrap metal is no longer going to be stored in these places over here. I think that's probably the right way of running this. We'll be storing metal blocks, but no scrap metal. Okay, let's see if that works. I don't usually set those priorities very well, but probably should be. The big windmills are significantly better. Yeah, they are really nice. Is this game more complicated than StarCraft? Oh, yeah. This game is way more No, it's not more complicated. Not a lot of games are more complicated than StarCraft, though, for what it's worth. Chetridia. Alright. Don't know if they've started building any of these things yet, but it'll be fine. I have quite a bit of scrap metal. So in order to make the... So that's a smelter, right? Yes. In order to make the actual... What's it called? The actual... I might want to change the priority there again. I should probably also make my... grenades, my dynamite over here. So dynamite is right over here, if I'm not mistaken. No. Where's dynamite? Am I blind? What? I thought it was over here. No, it's printing press. Yeah, I've got paper. Oh no, it's under landscaping. Yeah, right, I remember now. So this needs gear, wood. Okay, it needs a whole bunch of stuff. So this thing itself, though, I don't really know exactly what that requires. Oh, that's just for placing. So it's just paper. Yeah, it's just paper. Okay. So if possible, I would very much so like to put one of these things down too. Why does that not... What? Is that because of the trees? Oh, it might be because of the trees. That's why. We are at the absolute limit that they can go, though. Yeah, I might not be able to make it all the way there. Should have probably thought about this a little bit sooner. Anyways, we can probably squeeze it in there somehow. So for this thing, I also want to be storing paper here. So we'll allow like 100 and then 100. The same for this thing right over here. We'll do 100 scrap metal and 100 paper. And then we can make our explosives in this area. Yeah, I'm currently refining my paper over there. We might want to create a second settlement in this area for this whole thing instead. Probably would be a better way of doing it. I'll probably reorganize this in a moment, but for now my main priority is just making sure I have enough water in this area. I have quite a few haulers, 10 people, so it's probably fine. Hey, Lowko, how come you're not on YouTube? What do you mean? I've got a YouTube video going up tonight. I'm doing a YouTube stream again on Friday. Yeah, I'm gonna do a weekly stream on Friday on YouTube. For at least a little while. See how it goes. That's barely reachable. Huh. No, you definitely don't have to sub. Mostly just had a good time, man. I'm gonna do it again. It was fun. Luckily, I put 6 little roofs on this guy, so I need to jump through a bunch of hoops in order to delete it. Someone can just barely reach that. That is the absolute final step that they can take. What's going on, Zeke? Hello, YouTube from the future. YouTube chatters going wild. Yeah, my logs are depleting pretty fast, but that's because I've been replanting a lot of trees. So these take a while to grow. As long as I have some logs, I think it'll be okay. YouTube chat was a little overwhelming. Yeah, I agree. It was a bit overwhelming. It's a bit much to look at and read at the same time. Why stream on YouTube too? I think it's probably good to have some variety there. There's no good reason not to, you know? Twitch has been making some, I don't know, it's good to see what the competition is doing, I guess, you know? Like, one thing I found, for example, is that YouTube streams are significantly higher quality. It's not even in the same category, man. Like, the YouTube streams just look miles better. The playback is so much nicer. Twitch recently as well, like some time ago, it was rumored, they've never gone through with this, but it was rumored some time ago that they were going to reduce the partner split and all that, and they never actually said that they weren't going to do it. Like, basically, there was a rumor that they were going to change the partner split, and they never said, you know, that that is what they're going to do, but they also never said that that is not what they're going to do. So it always felt a little funky to me. No, dude, you can go much higher than that, Warpig. I believe the maximum bitrate for YouTube streams is 51,000. 51,000. That's so much more. Yeah, I like streaming on Twitch a lot as well, man. It's a lot of fun. So, you know, I think it's fine to do both. So basically, bitrate is a number that determines the quality of the stream. So in order to watch a live stream of 51,000 kilobit, you would have to have a download speed of 51,000 kilobit as well, which is pretty fast. This is a number that's like limited by the platform you're streaming on. So on Twitch, the number is like 8,000. You cannot go over 8,000. And 8,000 is okay, but not enough for 1440p streams. Not enough for like 120 FPS type of streams. So it's fine. It's not a problem, but there's no denying that the quality on YouTube looks way better. Yeah, and YouTube has been making a lot of improvements I've seen recently. Like initially their live streaming was pretty mediocre. But right now they've actually, they've made a lot of improvements. And they still seem to be making a lot of improvements too. So honestly, in the end, like it's gotta be good for basically everyone, right? Like having competition out there for multiple. Maybe I should also be storing some of those metal things over here. I'm gonna be storing like 50 metal over here too. Higher number better. Nobody actually tried to compare the results. I mean, it's obvious, right? Like when you're watching, for example, when I recently played The Return of the Obra Dinn. That was an excellent example of a game that did not look nearly as good on stream as it could. Just because of a bitrate limitation. In StarCraft 2, it doesn't matter much. You're right. But on faster moving games, especially in first-person shooters and stuff, you're gonna notice quite a bit of difference. But yeah, that's not what I like. You know, it's not the end of the world, of course. Like all of those things are fine. But I think it's good to have a little bit of variety. Oh yeah, Ghost of Tsushima would have looked so much better. Elden Ring would have looked a lot better. Like a lot of those games would have looked so much nicer. But the thing about streaming though on YouTube is that it kind of felt like I was recording a 4-hour-long video. So on Twitch, I get to chill a little bit more, right? I was just relaxing and, you know, we're playing some games. On YouTube, I was exhausted after I ended the Friday stream. I was very tired. I did only 4 hours. Normally I stream for 6 and it's fine. But I was very tired. Anyways, it was fun, so I'm going to do it some more. See how it goes. Maybe I'm going to try it out for like a month or two, and then we'll see. Yeah, that's fine, Weebuck.
New subscriber detected.
Yeah, it never hurts to have
Yay
an option.
for a month or two.
What's going on, Carl? Thank you for 61. No, I want to stay on Twitch as well, man. But it's probably good to have options, right? Then again, I like the idea of being on both Twitch and on YouTube quite a bit better. Because, you know, being dependent on one partner is probably not ideal. But on YouTube, you're always thinking as well about the algorithm, which is quite annoying. Like, on YouTube, you can't just upload what you think you know, enjoy making. If that makes any sense. Like, if you just upload whatever you feel like on YouTube, unless you're like a really, really large channel, you basically always have to play the algorithm. You always are thinking, okay, is this efficient? Should I be uploading this? How well is this video performing? Blah, blah, blah. It's not as much fun. Thank you very much, Warpick, for the 22. Like, if I were to stream this game on YouTube right now, on my main channel, it would get less views, which would result in less video recommendations, which would result in the fact that tonight's YouTube video would get less views because I streamed another game the moment before that. Well, that's maybe a little too black and white, but that's essentially the TLDR. Like, you're not just thinking about your current upload, but also about future ones. And, yeah, because performance in videos that you're uploading right now has effect on how well things do in the future. It's sometimes a little frustrating. Must satisfy algorithm. Yeah, quite literally, though. Am I breaking up with Twitch chat? No. We've been in a committed relationship for so long, chat. You cannot stream as a Twitch partner to both YouTube and Twitch at the same time. That would be the obvious answer. If that was a possibility, that would be pretty great. But that's not possible. Sneaky little Twitch. Not allowing that. I need a worker here for the explosives factory. Can one of you guys do that? It's reachable. Come on, lads. Someone works there? Yeah, a Rotsack. That's a funny name. Anyways, Rotsack is gonna be our guy who's making the dynamite. Yeah, so we are gonna need wind in order to operate this thing. I might also need some more power. Might go see a doctor if you have Rotsack. Yeah, it's not great. Look, don't make fun of me, okay, for having Rotsack. Every time there's a drought, my crops die. I'm not very good at taking care of my crops, man. I need to organize all of this better. I wonder if I should run canals. Like, maybe this is very Dutch of me, right? But if I run a canal through the center over here, Or like, you know, over here. We can run like direct lines. That would be much more efficient. I have 2,500 Brit. Yeah, I've got so much fucking Brit, dude. Our baker guy. No, we have a new baker. Oh, no. Chedgar died of old age. Aw, man. Poor Chedgar. How's my dynamite doing? Are we making it? We're making dynamite. Got 6 dynamite, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Dynamite. TNT. I'm dynamite. Boomer songs. All right. Here's what we're going to do with the dynamite. Place it down. We're going to blow it up. Bada bing, bada boom. We have a lot of extra squares worth of water, which is going to be pretty sweet. I could just increase the height. I know. I think ultimately, though, I'm going to actually dig a canal. I'm probably going to try and get water to flow over here. So we can maybe grow more stuff over in that direction, too. Is that smart? Should I be running water like that? I could run water like this from here over there and then down. Maybe that's a good idea. We can bring it back over here to this area. That might be fun. Oh my god, my Dutch is showing, isn't it? Yeah. Sorry guys, my Dutch was hanging out. I apologize. I just want to make canals, control the flow of the water. You're right, I should save. It's in my DNA, dude. I can't help it. I think it's a good idea. We can basically irrigate this entire area, dude. That's a big word. Write that one down. That one will be on the test. Hope you're paying attention. Irrigation. I can make Venice. Yeah. I mean, I don't have to. Irritation? Yeah, no. You're the one with the big words today, Sumo. I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to... Didn't mean to steal your thunder. Timberborn fulfills Lowko's power fantasy of living above the water level. You're right. Venice is basically a cheap copy of Amsterdam. Truth, dude. Hell yeah, Zon. You know what's up. I think I'm going to make a canal over here. I've never really made a canal before in this game. It's going to take a lot of dynamite, though, so I hope the paper factory is running again. Ah, it's not. Keep it running, boys. Lowko needs dynamite. By the way, how do you make dynamite out of paper? I'm asking for a friend. Hey, nice Warpig. That was a good game. I'd unironically rather be in Amsterdam than in Venice. What do you mean, unironically? Why is that unironic? That is, of course, that's the case. Can't believe this. You push the paper into a ball really, really hard. Oh. That makes sense. What's going on, Wayman? I'm gonna make a secondary layer right like that. It's gonna be fun. It's not gonna be necessary, but it's gonna make the world green. And green is definitely a nicer looking color than this cracked dirt over here, okay? Green is kind of pog. Alright, it's gonna require a lot of paper. It's gonna take some time. This right over here, the gravity battery. It stores energy surplus and gives it back when the network is underpowered. The higher it's built, the more energy it can store. So the higher it's built... How does that work? You just build it up really high? But I'm assuming it still has to connect in with the rest of the power network, right? It's not like I can just build it super high and then, like, call it a day. You PR'd your squat yesterday and now I feel all weird today. Oh yeah, I know the feeling. Can I build it all the way over there? I think that feeling is called being old, Wayman. Because I know what you're talking about. And that's really only been a thing recently. It probably has to do with sleep, nutrition, water, you know, basic shit. Ugh. The basic shit. Always the basic shit. Very annoying. Oh, actually, I don't think they can get that far. Can they even build that far? They can't build that far. No, they can't build that far. Yeah, I might need to build another district, but I don't really want to deal with the district right now. Come on, get down with the district. Does it work like this? Can I do it like this? Maybe I can do it like this. I'm going to do it like this. That would actually probably be smart. Dude, I'm so clever. I can always blow up the ground underneath. Hell yeah, dude. You guys are smart. Does one store a lot? What about... Hold up. What about now? Huh? See, there's a lot of problems in life that you can fix with... Okay. I'm gonna get on a list if I finish that, so now... That's... I don't want to be on the list, but you get what I'm trying to say. Water. Yes, water. You can fix a lot of things with water. I just got my new work laptop and I'm trying to download Chrome. Edge tries so hard to not let you go. You know why, Ballistical? Because Chrome is literally inferior to Edge. There, I said it. There, I said it. Controversial statement of the day. Edge is literally superior. Haven't found a single advantage of Chrome. I don't think there is one, honestly. Brave is the best browser. Okay, very brave of you to admit that. Bing? Okay, Bing is kind of ass. I will give you that. Yeah, it's probably just the central nervous system going hard way, man. He said, I once PR'd my deadlift and I had it really bad. I had trouble falling asleep for 3 days because my brain was busy all the time. I haven't been lifting as heavy lately. Although I now do a program. Dude, this was, I don't know. Like, this is a program that kind of switches up some of the exercises every 3 weeks. And in the current week, in the current section of 3 weeks, on the second lower body day of the week, it wants me to do deadlifts, like 3 sets of 6, then 3 sets of 8 squats, and then 3 sets of 15 Bulgarian split squat. It's just too much, man. Maybe I'm getting old or some shit, but it's just, it's too much. I can't. Yeah, it's too, like, I am dead. Doing squats and deadlifts on the same day is... It's rough. It's rough. I'm going through it, but it's painful. I'm going very light on the split squats now, because last week I did the first week of this section, and, like, I was super dead. I couldn't do anything. Yeah, it's rough. My glutes are gonna be fucking massive. It's true. What weight are we talking? So it wasn't as heavy. Okay. So deadlifts. Oh, it was 3 sets of 5, 135 kilos. 3 sets of 8 squats for 80 kilos. And then 3 sets of 15 Bulgarian split squats, and I went like 5 kilo dumbbells. I went for like the lowest dumbbells that I could reasonably get without looking super foolish. If you go with the 2 kilogram dumbbells, you're I can't, dude. That's too much. Look, I have a little bit of dignity, okay? I don't really ride a lot of bicycles, dude. Maybe I should be, I don't know. This is fine, right? We can explode dynamite on the water. Yeah, it's fine. How old am I? I'm 29. This is the last time with a 2 in front. I know, bro. I'm basically turning 30 in about a month. 29th of October. I'm basically ancient in about a month. I'll be the village elder of the stream. I'll be the Twitch chat oracle. If you have any questions, you can ask me. I'll know everything. Yeah, I'll be essentially the Gandalf of Twitch chat. I don't know everything already at this point. Maybe. Oh, this is too far? Come on, guys. No, I don't think it's too far. I think I just have to wait. I just need more dynamite. Lowko, did you know 29 and 31 are twin primes? You won't get to be another twin prime until 41 or 43, so enjoy it. Math! Math is dangerous. What's going on, Madame Pew Pew? What do we say to math? Not today. What are we storing here? We have a lot of paper. Here's what you can do when you invent your own laws of physics. That's not how that works. I don't really understand how this works, but we'll see. Yeah, I don't know about twin primes either. I am well familiar with Twitch prime. Twin primes are prime numbers that are 2 apart. So 29, 31. And then 43 or 41, 43. I see. Yeah, see, I never even thought about this. I'm sure you can come up with some special statistic for literally every number out there. It's kind of like the Formula 1, dude. I swear to God, in the Formula 1, they keep statistics of literally everything since they first started doing the sport. And somehow, some way, they always make it sound like there's some sort of unique thing that has never happened before in the sport since the, you know, beginning of it like 80-something years ago. And they always have these like super vague, weird, like statistics that don't really make a whole lot of sense. And somehow they do make you feel like, oh my God, this is a unique moment. It's amazing. Like, this is the first time since Lewis Hamilton hasn't reached top 10 in Hungary in 12 races in a row. Whatever. Like, they always have these, like... If you try hard enough, you can make something special out of anything. Yeah, you can make a first time out of literally anything. Sounds just like StarCraft casts. You're not wrong. But I try to not get too carried away there. But, yeah. Big data. In your 20s, you're all basically still a kid, all hormoned up and insecure. 30s, you're somewhat established and muscle density is at its peak. Sounds like a whole lot of copium right there, Warpig. I don't have to ask how old you are. If I were to guess, I can make the assumption that you're somewhere in your 30s. Don't worry, once you're in your 40s, we can probably get another stat. We could probably get something else. Lowko, yeah, you're right, actually. This is not a good time to be making fun of 30-year-olds. I'm going to be joining the gang very soon. At what age can you start making fun of the 20-year-olds? Is there like a certain cutoff point? Do you have to wait until you're like 32? 40? No, dude, that takes too long, Brian. I can't wait. Can't wait that long. Might not make it. You never know. $31 here, Lowko. All right. I think 33 as soon as you hit 30. Just a second of it. There's not a drought coming. We'll give it a little bit more time for these bad boys to put down some more dynamite, but it'll be a time, or it'll be some time until anything works. Oh, look, it's still functioning. Oh, yeah, look. It's still functioning, so slowly the weight is being lowered. Magic. Or your own laws of physics. So I'm assuming as soon as the windmills turn again, it's going to go back up. Yeah, this is not storing that much. But it still stores for at least, like, probably, like, half of the downtime. I hope. My 20s were a blur? Really? I always hear people saying that they regret their 20s or whatever. I can't imagine I'm going to be regretting too much. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. You regret your 20s, but you're in your 20s? Well, you can't complain about it yet until you're in your 30s. Your 30s are far better than your 20s, yeah? We'll see you guys. If I have to believe Twitch chat, the morning I wake up with my 30th birthday in about a month, my back will hurt. My neck will somehow not be able to make as much, you know, rotation as it normally can. My fingers will feel slower. I'll be needing a nap by about 2 p.m. All right, we're going to detonate. Just because we want more water. That's how water is made, for those of you wondering.
New subscriber detected.
Thank you very much, Pancake Master, for the 40 months. When you turn 30, you glow like a Pokemon evolving. Yeah? Da 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 da. That's me getting up in the morning. Oh no, it's low cost. The evolution of Lowko. Press B. Press B. Oh no. Should have pressed B, man. Lowker, Lowko, low cost. I'm gonna have to update my nickname everywhere. Yeah, but I have like the best job I can possibly have, guys. It's gonna be hard to peak from here, you know? Like, I've got a feeling it can only get worse from here. Like, shit's pretty exciting. You regret not going more crazy in your 20s? Yeah, fair enough. 6.9 days remaining on this drought. Not nice? No, it's not nice. It's a drought, dude. Why would anyone say that's nice? Lekker. Alright, let's see. Injury. Yeah, injury is a problem, but like I don't really know exactly how I can prevent you guys from getting injuries. Oh, one thing I really need to get done, I forgot about this. Because I only have a little bit of food, right? I've only got 5,000... I've only got 3,700 bread in... Oh my god. Yeah, I need to grow better crops. I can make beehives. So these have a range of like 7 by 7. I gotta destroy that thing. We need to put down a bunch of beehives. So I don't think we want to have them too close to the roads then, right? I don't know exactly what the distance is, but apparently these guys can get injured from bees. I've got a feeling beavers can't be injured by bees. Like, humans can because we have, like, skin and stuff, right? But beavers are kind of like... There's no way a beaver can be hurt by a... I don't think so. I don't know anything about beavers, but... Got a feeling they cannot be hurt by bees. They have skin too? Right, but they have fur and stuff? Maybe I'm mistaken. I'm gonna Google it. Can beavers be hurt by bees? This is the first time anyone has ever Googled this. There's nothing. There's nothing as the Google result. No one's ever Googled this before, man. It's a unique moment. Can beavers be hurt by bees? The top result is about habitat loss. I mean, you know, no one's ever done this. I mean, I'm sure they can be stung, yeah. Bees are gonna try, I guess. But I've got a feeling the little tiny, you know, sting of a bee is probably not gonna get far enough. Hello? More water? What are you doing? No. Good, good, good. Like, yeah, there's no way bears can be hurt by bees. I doubt it.